Is this recording? Is it? Alright. So, right now I'm just going to rant about how much I love self-improvement and what I've been doing the last couple of years and kind of try to tell you who I am and why I'm even doing this in the first place. So I am Zachary Newman, or Zachary the Newman, because I try to be a new man every day, try to improve myself. When I turned 20, I decided, you know what, I'm not a kid anymore, and I don't want anybody to ever tell me, you know what, you're 20 years old now, why are you doing all this crap? Why are you still acting like a kid? And so I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to improve myself. And I'm going to do nothing but improve myself until I say otherwise. Until I decide that I'm good enough. Which is a little bit dangerous because at the time I had a pretty severe inferiority complex. I thought I was horrible. And so I was trying to just destroy myself, just to change everything all the time. Which isn't necessarily bad, but you do have to have the right mindset about it. You do have to have some self-love, which I kind of learned along the way. But I'm 25 now. It's been 5 years since I started my self-improvement journey. I've made leaps and bounds. I was your basement-dwelling, kissless virgin, forever alone, neckbeard kind of... I did nothing. I was on 4chan. That says enough. Don't go to 4chan. That's not a place to get improvement. It is kind of where I started my improvement, though, honestly. All the motivational pictures and stuff that everybody posts. I would save all those motivational pictures. That was my first step. That was my first improvement, really. Was just looking at motivational quotes and just trying to get that feeling going, just starting to try, And so once I had a bunch of motivational pictures saved and quotes and whatever, I would just kind of look through them and, any of them that spoke to me, I would read over, and any of them that weren't speaking to me anymore, I would delete off my hard file and then download some more that would speak to me later. You just kind of get this process of, say you have a motivational file on your computer and you just keep stuff in there that motivates you. And just look at that every day. Wake up in the morning, get your coffee, read the newspaper. Instead, you read all your motivational stuff. And that helped me out a lot. That kind of helped me get started with a lot of things. Because motivation is really hard. Especially in the beginning. When you don't have motivation, it's really hard to get it. And once you do have motivation, then it's kind of just there. And you don't really think about it. So there's not a lot of advice on how to get motivation that actually, works. Because it's something that you have to discover for yourself. I don't know. But once I kind of started looking at those motivational pictures and just getting a little motivation every day, I just put a little bit of that energy, because I am getting energy from that motivation every day. So it's becoming a habitual thought, a habitual motivation, because I am feeling those motivated thoughts and feelings every day from that motivational thing. Anyway, but once I had that, I started looking into what is good, what is bad, what should I be doing, what's great. And so I started trying to learn skills. I started trying to learn how to play the guitar or the piano. You can see I've got a piano back here, actually. But I just started trying to do a bunch of stuff like that. I've written a couple songs on an old YouTube channel. We won't go into that. But I did a bunch of things that I was very proud of, because I tried to learn skills and I tried to perform actions according to whatever my goals were at the time. And that is accomplishment. If you successfully complete a goal that you have, then you've accomplished something and you can feel good about that. And the kicker is you get to decide the goal and you get to decide when it's accomplished. And so you can always feel good about yourself if you're always accomplishing goals. And so that was kind of how I lived for a couple years. You see a goal, you work towards it, and you accomplish it and you feel good. And from that place of feeling good, you see a new goal, you work towards it and accomplish it and feel good. And then from that place, you see a new goal, work towards it and accomplish it and feel good. And that's a great process to go through. That's a great improvement strategy, but it's not a long-term strategy because there is no end goal. There is nothing that you're really working towards in the end. And so if you keep that up without having the right mental fortitude, you'll just hurt yourself. You'll just say, every time I do something, every time I accomplish something, it's never good enough because there's something else to do. It's never good enough because there's something else to do. There's some other way to improve. There's this other thing. There's that other thing. And so that style of improvement doesn't help you, It only helps your habits and your actions, but it doesn't actually help yourself on the inside. You see, it doesn't help your state of mind to perform that way. And so once you kind of get through that and you understand that it's really your state of mind that has to change and not your actions and habits, then you can get into real improvement, into real actual self-improvement, not just learning a skill, not just doing a thing, but improving yourself on the inside. And then we get into mindset work. And I went through several different forms of mindset work. My favorite was the heart word, or the awareness style theme that I talk about in my videos. You can try to force a mindset, and it can kind of work, but it's very inefficient, and it hurts, and it's not the right way to do it. You kind of want to slowly adjust your mindset into, just a slightly different perspective in the direction that you want. And so once I started learning to improve my mindset, then everything exploded. Then all of my improvement just skyrocketed up, because I improved where I'm coming from instead of improving where I'm going. So instead of setting higher goals, I changed myself up higher so that I can see the landscape better. So I have more information and more knowledge and more ability to make better goals, and then to feel good about the goals that I set, not just the goals I accomplish. See, it's a different kind of pride. It's a different kind of accomplishment, because you're setting the right goals now instead of just accomplishing whatever goal you decided to do. Now, once you have that mindset set up, and you are working towards a goal, then you're good. Then you live there. Then you try, and you work, and you do everything. You are the awareness, you are your mind, you are your body. You have to do every single step of the way, all of the work. And that's kind of the whole point of self-improvement, is to do the work now so that yourself is better, so that it's less work later, right? Efficiency, improvement, optimization, that whole thing. You have to do that as your way of being instead of as an action that you're performing. And that's the mindset of improvement. That's the real mindset of improvement, is a constant flow, a constant change. When something comes in, you experience it, and it affects your thought processes, and it affects your knowledge, and it affects your feelings about certain things. And with that new knowledge, you have a better, more firm understanding of the actual world. And then when you have a better, more firm understanding of the actual world, then you have a better chance of making a good goal for yourself and doing something that is actually good for you. And then you just do that. And then you're just a constant flow, and input changes you, and then you output your best bet, and then input changes you, and then you output your best bet. And you just kind of go, and you flow this way. You just exist. And it's very similar, I understand, to the set a goal and accomplish it and feel good, and set a new goal and accomplish it and feel good. But the difference is that it's not about goal setting. It's just about this constant flow. You are the change, not you're working towards the change. And this is the self-improvement mindset, you see? You are the change. You have to change because you exist as change. Whenever anything comes into your phenomena, it changes you. And whenever you perform an action, it changes you. And so you can't control what phenomena comes in to a certain extent, but you can control how you act. And if you can control how you act, then you can control how you change. And if you can control how you change, then you can control your life. Then you do whatever you want. Then you have your goals, and you can accomplish them, and you can feel good, and you can just live, and you can just be happy because you do anything. Because you're free now. You don't have to do all that crap that you used to do. All your little habits. Oh man, I wish I wouldn't eat another Twinkie or whatever. All those little things that you don't have self-control over. All those bad habits. Now you can. Now there's a way to control them. Now there's a thing you can do. Now there's a way to exist wherein your bad habits are automatically expunged and good habits are automatically brought in. And it's all in that improvement mindset. And again, there is no end goal, I suppose. But we'll get there. That's the whole idea of the improvement mindset. That's where I live, is in the improvement mindset. And it's where we do everything. It's where we will find all the answers. So if you have a question that needs answering, put it in the comments, and I will answer it in the next video. Because this is my jam. This is what I do, is just try to improve everything all the time. You can tell I'm excited about it. Much more than my other episodes, because those are all pre-written and scripted and such. But this is what I love to do, is improve everything. And so please, give me a comment. I'll answer any question you got. I'll try to help out anybody who wants to improve, because I really respect anyone who wants to improve. And good luck to us all. And I'm going to call it before it's 10 minutes, so have a great day.